Today I'm going to talk about women, the various women around the world. Many people talk about women's rights, but they forget the ones that are in the middle. The women that are burned beyond recognition, the ones that are sold into sex slavery, and if they refuse, they are tortured. The women that are speaking out about the suffering, and the women that are forever scarred by the reality of what their religion and the men did to them. We are also going to talk today about the women that broke free and are speaking out without having their voices heard. We're going to talk about all the refugee women that are coming into our nation and the fact that there aren't any really that are oppressed. We're going to talk about the children of human trafficking. We're going to talk about the little girls of the world that are sold. We are also going to talk about the philosophy of men, accordingly to their religious beliefs and their treatment of their women. We are going to talk about so many things that oppress women today. But what's really sad is the fact that women oppress their own women. They don't speak out against the outrage. They censor them. They are a paycheck not only to the men, but the women that support the abuse of the man. You always see a grown woman and a young woman. The sins of the mother is passed to the daughter. We need to stop this and help these women, starting with the little girls of the world. We need to stop with the sexualization of our women. Stop making them feel proud to be sluts. Stop emulating celebrities that have no regards to dignity of how a woman should be. I am sick and tired of these celebrities being an example of what a woman should be, considering they are nothing but overpriced prostitutes, whores. They get paid for showing their bodies. They get paid for showing their bodies in public. These women here are dressed very, very nicely. They still have their own ability of self. These women need to be talked about, not these ones. This woman is nothing but a prostitute. She has been a prostitute over 40 years, and she is going to influence children like these little girls here. Innocence. Is her innocence worth what the women of the world want? Is hers. We need to really take into consideration what we are showing our little girls of today. Do we want them to grow up to be women with dignity, or do we want to have them grow up with it being okay to show themselves and put them into the class that they're only good for sex? We need to teach our young girls that they are more than what their body is. A girl should be two things: classy and fabulous. She could wear a headscarf. She could not wear a headscarf. She could dress with makeup and be proud. She can wear glasses and a nose ring. But what's important is to educate her. An educated woman is a strong woman. An educated woman can empower so many. This is a picture of my daughter and her mentor, Marissa Green. She also empowers other young people in our community. And by her actions, women are empowered every single day. Marissa empowers girls to be successful by her success. We need more people like her. To empower our women, we must also empower our men. We have to teach them that one insult is enough to break a human spirit, and our children deserve more than to be broken down. They need to be encouraged. Our little girls need to thrive to be more than just hair and a body. They need a mind and a pretty heart to go along with everything else. What do girls see today? Have you ever thought about what little girls see in a day? Well, we're fixing to see. The good examples of a woman is what they see while looking at aunts, sisters, school teachers, women at church, and so on. We need good examples to teach our young. Girls emulate who they see on a daily basis and who they look up to. They talk fashion, wear stylish clothes, wear makeup, just like all little girls do. But little girls also have bad role models, as you can see here, dressing very provocatively, sexualizing the female form. Is this the type of person we want our children to grow into, our little girls? When was showing your body more important than covering up and being respectful? We forget about the many young women, girls, that are sold into sex slavery day after day after day because their sexualization happened within the media by people like Cher, Miley Cyrus, and others. It is not funny. Prostitution of these little girls are made possible by the sexualization of the human form. They are only a paycheck for the big business people of the world. But our children, should they be a commodity? Would you sell your child to make $1? Unfortunately, in many communities, many fathers and mothers choose that option to sell their children. This woman preferred death over being married to her abusive husband. She poured kerosene over her and struck a match. She was only 13 years old. This woman was brutally attacked with acid after not wanting to marry a man that was 3 times her age. She is forever scarred now by the ramifications of her choice not to marry. And it should not be a ramification. She should have the choice to marry or not. But sadly, her story is not unique. There are thousands upon thousands of women that suffer the same abuses and decide not to marry the men that they were promised to. Some as young as 7 years old, to be married off like chattel, to be sold to a man that has more than 30 or more wives. They are nothing. A cow has more value than a woman in a harem. But yet no one speaks for them. They only speak about the law that enslaves them. We bring them into our country hoping that they will have a better life. But instead of that, they don't assimilate to our beliefs. They make our beliefs assimilate to them. How can we ask abused women that do not know that they're being abused to assimilate to a Western world where there's only sluts and nuns? We need to talk about the women of the middle ground, the middle class women that dress and act proper. But unfortunately, these are not the women that are being talked about. Our children need good examples. And to be a good example, you must dress properly. You must be proper. You need to have a silent tone about you when it comes to anger. You need to be dignified. These are qualities that make you stand out in a world that has a high and a low when you're walking the middle. These are my daughters, and they are beautiful. They are smart, educated, and they are very opinionated. And this is what I strive for the rest of the world, to have strong, independent women raising strong, independent children for the love of God and our country. I hope you found this educational. Please press the like button below and subscribe. Thank you.